Hey guys, and welcome back to the Minecraft video. I know it's been a while, but believe me, this video is going to be worth it. So as you walk into the lobby, you'll see the floor light indicator, and you'll walk over to the elevator. Just click it like this, because it's a note block. And you can either go down or up, depending on which arrow is there and what floor you're on. As you can see, we go down. This system's completely tileable, and it's totally not a pain to build. I think everyone should have these in one of their bases.
I know, this is so simple. It's not like it's the size of a skyscraper. It's really, honestly, everyone should have this, yeah.
Like, it would fit in any base. Your dirt shack. Okay, so now we're on floor 3, and as you see, the elevator's on floor 1. So to call it, you just click the note block, and it will go up. And on each floor, on floor 1 and 3, we have a system that makes sure when it gets to 2, it will keep going up so you don't have to spam the note block. And any second now, we should see, look, it's blinking, which means the elevator is going to floor 2. Okay, and now it has arrived at floor 2. As you can see, because of the indicator, and the elevator should keep going up. Yep. You see it
those
blinks,
indicators
were going up.
Yeah, those indicators were a pain to make.
As you see, floor 3 is blinking. And it's coming up to floor 3. And then eventually, when the elevator arrives, it should open up. Because I'm a piston, and pistons are very reliable. You should pull a Chandler and just start dancing in front of the mic camera.
Why did you turn into a piston? What happened to you?
I was going to do a honey block, but it was like a piston.
Insane.
I don't know. I don't even know what plugin added that command in. And as you see, it arrives on floor 3, the light turns on and the doors open up. And you can walk onto the elevator and set it down. The elevator's closed as the elevator goes down. You may be wondering why we haven't uploaded in 4 months. Well, it's because it took us exactly 4 months to build this insane thing. So if you're enjoying the video and you want to see more crazy builds like this and see us waste our time, then please drop a subscription and a like. It really helps us out. Thanks. Now we're going to get into the part where we explain the redstone of the elevator as best we can. Okay, so the first system we want to talk about is this red one over here. This is the light indication system. So as the elevator comes down or up, so if I call the elevator down like this, you'll see right here, this comparator is going to get powered by this cauldron that's here, which updates this wall, sends a signal down to this observer, which goes into a 1-tick pulse, which pulls in these redstone blocks, which creates a hopper clock here that pulses this piston and this piston. But since the light, this comparator is already on, this piston's not going to pulse because it's already powered on, while this one's powering. But since it's going down to floor 1, this one will start pulsing, and this one won't be on, so we'll start blinking. So as you press the down circuit, you would press this note block, which gets detected by this observer, which goes down this aqua line right here, all the way over into this orange circuit, which powers observers on this side, and the observers on this side, which power these pistons right there that launch the flying machine down, which is how the bottom floor works. Now this line also goes up here into a pulse extender, which goes into this orange circuit, which goes into this circuit, which launches the upward flying machines, these parts. It actually pulses these so that the roof goes down. But it also comes up here to this purple circuit on both sides, which is a very complicated triple piston extender that we had to design from scratch, using a lot of weird mechanics, such as, like, whatever the hell this is.
We had to make it tileable.
It has to be tileable. We completely redesigned this, and it has to go vertical.
Yeah, it was a pain in the butt.
It was a big pain. Okay, so now the reason that floor 2 is so nice to look at is because it has all the circuits for each floor. So only floor 2 and 3 need a down circuit, and floor 1 and 2 need an up circuit. So if you wanted to add more floors to this, you just have to copy floor 2 and stack it. I don't know why you would need that many floors, but hey, these are tileable, which is nice.
You have a mod that extends the height limit, then maybe you'd need that, but otherwise you probably wouldn't.
For the down circuit, you want to press this thing, which comes over here into this observer, which powers this pink line. This pink line comes over here and does absolutely nothing, I just realized, so I have to delete
that.
Okay, so what pink line? I don't see a pink line. Anyway, it comes here. So you come down here. It goes down here to, where is it? Over here. Comes all the way over here, which powers this blue line that's at the bottom, which powers these triple piston extenders, which is actually quite simple. Sword built this, so he'll explain it.
Okay. Yeah, these triple piston extenders, the timings are really weird on these. I had to kind of figure it out. Yeah. Here's a general rule of thumb if you're making flying machines or any kind of redstone that I do. Trial and error. You just kind of put a timing in and then keep changing it until it works.
Yeah, but you don't want to build it with the flying machine. You want to build it like somewhere down there or over to test it out to make sure you can get it working, because every time a flying machine is mistimed, it completely breaks itself.
Yeah.
Which means we had to use a lot of world edit to make this work. We literally built this on. We moved it from a vanilla server to a mod spigot server, so we could just use world edit. Blue circuit comes up here, and to these observers, which powers this up, and then allows the bottom triple piston extenders to activate. Fairly easy. So the multi-floor system is over here on floor 2. There's one on both sides. It's actually quite simple. It's just a giant EFO hopper clock. So it comes off this green circuit, which is detected by
another wall.
The elevator going down and walls.
This wall.
So it comes into here. It goes into this target block, which is actually kind of useless now, but it's a target block, which comes into this redstone repeater, which powers this piston across, which is a 1-tick pulse, which pulls back this redstone block. This redstone block then turns on this etho hopper clock, which has exactly 64 and 14 items, because I had to time the time it got the elevator up there using a hopper clock. So this is the exact amount for the distance from this coming down.
You're gonna have to time that on your own. So you're gonna have to, if you want to add other floors.
If you want to add more floors, just time it. What I did is came over here. I came over here, placed down 2 hoppers, got 2 stacks of items, built a hopper clock. Oh my god, I can't build a hopper clock. Get a redstone block. I just powered this, filled it up, broke it, pressed any of the buttons. So I pressed this. It fills over, and then it would help if you lock the other one. And then when the elevator gets down to your floor, you stop it, and you break this, and it's 13 items, and that's how many you put in there.
And then you test it in a creative world to make sure that it doesn't screw up the elevator.
Yeah, you probably want to design it in the creative world. So then after this, it this redstone block will move over here, which depowers this piston, which then goes... That's a screenshot. Oh my god. It goes over here, which powers this green line again, so it gets double pulsed, which sends it down. But it also comes back over here, pushing back out this piston, so the system resets itself. And now there's a failsafe, so in case somehow this system doesn't fully recharge, it would break it. So I added this failsafe bin that powers this redstone block when there's any items in this hopper, which there shouldn't be. It means the system is fired too recently. Goes into this repeater, goes into 2 redstone dust, and pushes this piston up, so no power can go through the circuit. I don't think it needs that, because by the time the elevator should get back up there to be called, that system should be completely reset. Now there's basically the same thing over here. It's literally the same, just I had to rewire it a little bit differently because of where I took the single out. It does exactly the same stuff, but I had to change up the etho hopper clock over here so lines wouldn't collide and stuff. It's a little bit more complicated on this side. Okay, so for stopping circuits when it's coming down, it powers this cauldron comes here, powers this comparator, which comes over here into some pulse lengtheners, which has to dodge some other circuits. Powers these blocks out, which hit these honey blocks and slime blocks here. Now the reason it does this is because this platform is exactly 12 blocks. So a single block means the pistons cannot push or pull it, which freezes the flying machine. There's the same system over here, which completely stops the coming down circuit. If you come over here to the bottom floor, we have something similar on this side. As it's coming down, I think it's over here, yes. comes into this purple circuit, goes over here, which powers this triple piston extender, which is the same that launches it up, pushes out, and basically stops the system from going down anymore. Because it can't move, as I said, 12 blocks. So if we're going up, on this side, it goes to this purple line, this cauldron passes it, it detects it, goes into this redstone, which goes to a repeater, then it goes into a comparator clock, a pulse extender, which powers the orange circuit, which pushes across and stops the top part. And now this purple circuit also powers this system up here, which actually this top part is tileable. So if these piston observers are out, it actually makes it a double piston extender. If the observers are pushed in, it's a triple piston extender. It's actually kind of interesting. This whole redstone system up here is actually kind of complicated, but it works somehow. It's all about where the observers are and stuff. Going up circuit, it powers this comparator. It powers this green redstone block, which goes into this purple circuit, which we'll explain later, which also goes into this green circuit, which pushes these blocks across, which stops and catches these honey blocks. And it also, does it on the same other side, exactly the same thing. And that's how we stop the circuit. And as you see, the one thing I will explain about a redstone is there's more than 16 lines, so we had to use other wool colors. So if you see wool and concrete, they're two different systems. Okay, so this pink circuit gets powered by the cauldron, so either when the floor goes up or down, as you see, which powers this system, which is just basically a triple flying machine. So, depending on where it is, it powers it across to close the door. So when this redstone, actually we can show it. Sword, can you demonstrate the door for us? So if that redstone block gets broken, this door closes because it powers a piston here, which launches the door across. Now if it gets replaced, the door opens because it gets powered here. Fairly simple stuff. It's really actually system independent. You don't even need the doors, but it's more of a cosmetic feature. But it also goes into this double piston extender, which powers the wall to send a circuit down here, and to send a circuit up here.
Okay.
The most ironic thing about this is it uses so much bubble columns, which would have doubled the speed of the elevator because the elevator is slow. These bubble columns would take you from the bottom to the top in 4 times the speed of the elevator. So we totally didn't waste our entire life on this and summer.
Hope you guys like
we didn't waste anything. Okay, so now the pink circuit goes up here, which gets detected by these systems, actually. This is the floor indicator, so when it detects a pulse coming from this thing, it powers, through this mess of hoppers and observers and stuff, a circuit through here, which just powers this observer, which just powers a NOR lock, what's it called?
RS NOR latch?
RS NOR latch.
No, that's not what actually, yeah, it is.
And these depend on what floor it is, and there's one of these on every floor, and it just either goes up through this, or down through walls by updating the walls and observers. There's like 18 billion observers in this build. And then this white circuit just detects the note block being powered, it plays a sound, sends a signal up here to notify the systems up and down that there has been elevator movement. And then this green circuit is always fired before any of the other circuits, and its whole job is just to reset the NOR latch to then get replaced, so one light is always on and there's no other lights on unless it's blinking. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We sure had a lot of pain and struggling building this, but the video was fun to make. Hopefully you guys liked the video and liked the elevator. There's a world download in the description. And, Sword, you got anything to say?
Goodbye!
Also, if you want to see another elevator, make sure you leave a like and say something in the description. See